cannot take her seriously with no clothes on. Ooh, what else has she got? Can I steal all of her money? Oh my god, he came back. Welcome back, my oodles and noodles to more Baldur's Gate. I still can't wrap my head around what I did. The gravity of it didn't hit until after I was done recording the last episode. And I actually was talking to somebody about Lae'zel. Also, if you guys don't know, might want to wrap up with the last couple of episodes to get caught up, but Lae'zel's officially dead. I am going to attempt to try to revive her. I'm going to go back and see if I can revive her, but I've been reading that you can't revive her if she wasn't in your party to begin with. I know it was my fault, but it wasn't also my fault. Things just happened. I mean, this isn't really like any other playthrough I've heard of. Losing one of the biggest main characters, the first person you do meet in Baldur's Gate 3 just is dead because of 2 missed opportunities. The second opportunity I didn't even know was a missed opportunity. I didn't realize by not talking to the Githyanki warriors, Lae'zel would have been there. I didn't know, but I was talking to somebody about it and they were like, what do you mean Lae'zel is dead? And I go, she's dead? She didn't even get like a cutscene or anything. She just done. It's also officially almost summer, right? And it is really stinking hot. I actually have a fan up here now. I love my fan. Couldn't get me to fall asleep without it. It's like my white noise plus just the hint of air on my skin feels so good. But since my computer room is upstairs, it gets so hot up here because the heat rises, right? But yeah, anyways, that was a lot. Do I have a load? Yeah, so I do have this one. I'm gonna go back real quick. See if I can, if her body even is still there. If it's not still there, I might have to fight the Githyanki again. If I fight the Githyanki again, I'll try to revive her. I hated those guys. Those guys were really hard. Also, they were, my friend was telling me, they were like, yeah, I don't really know how you're gonna progress through the rest of the game, gonna be honest, because the mountain pass is very heavily tied to Githyanki, the Githyanki race and Lae'zel. By having her in your party, there's like a really good chance that you could just bypass a lot of the stuff, especially when there's a Githyanki, what is it called? Town? Or post? Okay, I know we gotta get into the recap, but I really wanted to try this first. Does anyone have Speak to the Dead? Oh, or Speak, so I was thinking, let's do Speak to the Dead and let's try a revive. Choose, yes, scroll of revive. It worked! Lae'zel! You came back! I also stole your clothes. I'm so sorry. Let's go right into the recap, shall we? Before this gets any too far. Since setting out towards Moonrise Towers, we thoroughly explored the Underdark, helped save the Myconid colony as well as the Grimforged gnomes. We came back up to the surface. I combed over the rest of the surface of the things that I missed, and I ran right back into my owlbear friend by clearing out the rest of the goblin camp. I figured I would have had to because I wanted to loot the rest of the goblin camp, and I wasn't going to be able to do that because clearly the portal, every time you teleport, all of the goblins were just going to immediately on-site you. Okay, cleared out the rest of the goblin camp. Our owlbear baby friend was there. I wouldn't really consider him a friend because we did kill his mother, but we bumped into the owlbear cub. We also happened to run into a dog named Scratch. He had lost his owner while traveling on the main road. With all that being said, we headed up to the mountain pass where we ran into the Githyanki warriors and happened to figure out Lae'zel was indeed dead. She had, I guess, approached the Githyanki warriors and was dead when we got there. And then once we defeated the Githyanki warriors, I just moved on because I was like, okay, I don't even know if we can even get her back. I even looked it up right before recording today, and it said that you couldn't revive her if she wasn't already in your party. I had no idea. Okay, I've never played this game. I haven't seen any playthroughs of it. Totally blind. There are some things that go so far over my head with the whole time warp, especially with the campsite. When you rest, when you long rest versus short rest, sometimes I just forget that people will just up and disappear. And so I really need to get better about not doing that. That's all you really need to know. This is where we are. Thank you for clicking into this video. Oh my God, I can't believe I took her clothes. I'm so sorry. I looted her body. I took all of her stuff. Please, Lae'zel, talk to me. What's going on?
Your skull briefly aches, and you are her. You feel the woman's anger at the dragon rider she'd confronted.
I remember. You were on the Ga'arth, the Nautiloid. You carry a tadpole.
You note the look in her eye, the slight tilt of her head. She is sizing you up.
I would imagine so. I took her clothes.
Could not break you in battle. Yes, you may be of considerable use. I know of a cure. Lend me your skills, and I will take you to it.
Oh my god, Lae'zel, I'm so sorry. I cannot take her seriously with no clothes on. Yeah, my eyes need to stop. Okay. I need to focus. Okay. I left you behind, yet you wish to join forces. What's the cure you mentioned? All right, let's travel together. I am pursuing other means of a cure. I don't need whatever you're offering. Yes, let's join forces. That was the point when I left her the first time. I didn't mean to leave her the first time. And Shadowheart, I'm gonna be honest, you're not very good company. I left you behind, yet you wish to join forces. Let's travel together.
The party's full. You'll need to make room.
Meet me at camp.
Very well, but heed my words. A crash is near. We must seek signs of it. Only there can we be purified. I will await word at your camp. And beware the skies. We are watched.
I cannot believe that worked. Stupid articles online are so dumb. Wait, let me see. Okay, yeah, I typed up, if Lae'zel is dead before I get to the Githyanki camp, what? Nothing after what, just what. And the articles that pulled up were, no, if you head there and she's already dead, there's no way you'll be able to revive her. Also, question, if she's had the Mind Flayer parasite and she died, did the Mind Flayer parasite die alongside her? There's a little bit of like that gray area where we don't really know. We're gonna just move forward. Okay, so I don't want to move forward to Moonrise Towers yet until we've explored the mountain pass too, because I've learned my lesson, and maybe I'm setting myself up to fail yet again, but I don't want to get to Moonrise Towers and not be able to come back. That's, because I just don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna run into if I move forward too far. Am I going to be able to come back to Act 1 or not? I wasn't able to go get Lae'zel before. I suffered the consequences of that mistake, unknowingly so. And I don't reload save files on big decisions. I do reload save files on small decisions. We probably should go talk to Lae'zel. I'm feeling pretty good that now that she's in our party. Thank God. I think I'm recording this before I'm able to read your guys' comments on the whole thing. Hopefully I made up for my wrongdoings. Please forgive me. Ooh. Hello. Lady Esther.
A friendly face.
Wait, Esther?
Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing.
Sounds too much like Ethel.
I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm being paranoid. Lady Esther sounds a little too much like Auntie Ethel. And she's an older lady. So it looks like a temple. Sure.
It may look like a peaceful ruined temple, but it is overrun with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki. They have the audacity to call that hole a creche, as if it weren't actually a murderous training camp. Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked.
To buy one of their eggs? You tried to buy one of their chicken? Or children? Why did I think that was chicken? Okay. You tried to buy one of their children? Why would you want one of their eggs?
The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition.
Oh, God.
The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. Hogwash, of course. A Githyanki can no more rise above its nature than gnomes can fly.
This sounds like the black market in the sense that you kidnap children and rehome them. Violence is taught, not inherited. You don't need to steal a child to know that. Some things are in our blood. Only a fool would deny that. Well, you failed to get the egg, so I guess we'll never know. I kind of want to be rude to her. Who steals a Okay. As I'm saying this, I'm over here like, well, maybe I can like pickpocket an egg and like give it to her. I'm over here like, what can she give me in return? This is one of those times where my rogue behavior is I would ask this lady for some money, okay? I would ask her for money. She would need to make it a hefty price, but I wouldn't say no to it. Now, if it's out of the goodness of my heart and it's a civilian that has a good heart, I clearly will not ask for money, okay? That's my whole person. Okay, violence is taught, not inherited. You don't need to steal a child to know that.
You've been sipping from the same goblet as the society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help.
Oh, God.
To prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg.
I do have an egg. I have the owlbear egg. Yeah, I do have that. But I kind of want to keep it. I don't know. What happens if I give her this egg? What if I can hatch the owlbear egg and I can keep it? Ooh, persuasion. Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't get to read my options. Sometimes I read them to my mind and I forget to say them out loud. Produce the owlbear egg. Sounds good. I'm in. Do you have any equipment worth trading? Fine, but I want payment up front. What you suggest is revolting. I won't let you do this. I'm not getting involved in this. Yeah, if we're gonna do something like this, the idea is noble enough. The act is not noble, so I'm gonna ask for money. Jesus Christ. Okay. You're so full of yourself here. Okay. Boom. Really? Really, game? Thank you. Okay. To use inspiration on these things. I guess I'm only tapped out at 4 inspiration though, so I probably should use inspiration occasionally to keep up with it.
I suppose there is a reason I'm asking you to do it. Very well. Here's the money. Now, I expect a speedy delivery.
Wow, we convinced Lady Esther to pay us to steal the Githyanki egg up front. Accept. Thank you. Can I pickpocket her? Ooh. Hold on, I'm gonna save this because I am going to steal from her. I'm gonna be honest, this is not a very noble deed, okay? Target 1, steal. What is this? Open call for adventurers. Ooh, yes.
Wow, that's interesting.
Let's do this too.
From your pocket to mine.
Ooh, what else has she got? Can I steal all of her money?
Interesting.
Ah, sorry.
On the ire of someone nearby.
Okay, okay, all right. I got it. I didn't know that's how stealing rolls work. That's very interesting. I'm still gonna go back and probably steal those 2 notes. I want them. I should have been doing that before. You know, I'm gonna be honest. All of Act 1 really feels like this big, long tutorial, and I love that. All right, let's do this. Easy, easy. Well, we could do camp supplies. Oh, hello. She's got some good stuff. Camp supplies, yes. Thank you. Oh yeah, we clearly can't steal the clothes off her body, but ooh, the graceful cloth. I mean, it looks pretty dang good. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing. Target 1. Pickpocket. Okay, I'm seeing. I'm stealing everything. So I need a 19 to steal this gold. That's so interesting. Okay. But you know what? I can steal everything, actually. Use my character. I can use the 5-finger discount. Yeah, I can literally steal everything. These rolls are, because I've got like 6 guaranteed points no matter what. I can steal literally everything in her inventory, except for the gold. Oh.
Little bit of that.
I think she noticed. Oh, maybe. That was weird. She's not doing anything about it. She clearly didn't care. Let's see what these notes had to say. An opportunity from the Society of Brilliance. Our stored sector requires an object most rare upon our plane, the egg of a Githyanki. The good sayer that retrieves this item, which must be in excellent condition, will be rewarded most handsomely. Timeliness is key. Find us in a lodge in Baldurs Gate upon the completion of this task, signed by the collective. I'm just gonna take it straight to them. I'm gonna get the reward from them. She paid me, but I will also in turn get paid. See, now my rogue is coming to the surface. Thank God. Felt like I wasn't very roguey to begin with. Okay. Open call for adventurers on behalf of the society. Call for adventurers exploring the nature versus nurture debate. The Society of Brilliance is pleased to announce an open call for adventurers to participate in groundbreaking research project examining the intriguing and enduring question of nature versus nurture. The aim of this project is to investigate the relative contributions of nature and nurture in determining characteristics and traits and outcomes. Our hypothesis, a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment, will rise above its inherent nature to become a productive and progressive member of society. Your contribution, we require 1 Githyanki egg, unhatched and in good condition, taken directly from the Githyanki creche. Generous payment will be provided upon successful completion of the task. Please contact Havkilag at the lodge for further details. Okay, this all sounds good, but also it's just kind of crazy to think that an entire society of people are totally okay with stealing another race's baby. This feels wrong. Well, now I just have too much stuff to know what to do with. Actually, I should have given all that back to I should have sent Lae'zel all her stuff back. Okay, I blinked out there for like 30 seconds. I got my whole team. Kind of in a new getup here. I mean, the Starian looks the same. He's all in blue and black. Shadowheart's looking kind of, I mean, she doesn't have the best clothes that I've been able to find for her, so whatever, it's fine. And then, of course, Karlach looks like a bad A. It's totally fine. She looks super cool. Oh. What the hell? Where did you guys come from? Are they hard? Level 6? A Death Shepherd? Okay, it's, Shadowheart, because she's got more initiative now. Let me see what you guys are. Resistant to slashing, piercing, bludgeoning, acid, thunder, necrotic, fire, lightning, cold. What the hell? Then what is he even resistant to? Hold on. That's not fair. No. You can't revive the people I already killed. What? I wasn't even expecting there to be a fight. Good thing I had like saved right before then because I had played around with all of our loadouts. So I like did our new dies, gave some new weapons, passed everything around, and now there's a fight to be had. Let's go ahead and maybe get the drop on them. Surprise! Okay, our fight is actually not with the ghouls, so a part of me thinks that I need to be able to... Well, I'm gonna do it I'm gonna kill these guys, get them off balance here, yeah. Okay, we need to kill these necromancing guys. Is everyone going to be this hard when I fight them in this area? Oh my God. Guys, that fight was insane. I actually didn't think I was going to do it that time. Wow. I didn't realize that the undead were going to just turn... Well, I didn't... Okay, we should get out of the noxious gas. Come on, people. Come on. Come on. We don't have any short rests? That might be actually our cue to take a long rest then. Yeah, the undead people were just... They were just reviving themselves over and over again. Like, okay. Way to be a cheat. Dead Zealot of the Absolute. Oh, nice plated armor too. Worth a pretty penny. Duke Ravengard is to be delivered unharmed or mostly so immediately. Moonrise Towers cannot fulfill its destiny until the Duke has been delivered. Those who succeed will be rewarded. Those who will fail will... Those who fail will face first my wrath, then Gortosh's, then mine again. General Catherick Thorm. Okay, Catherick has been mentioned in a lot of journals, you guys.
Grand Duke Ravengard. Seems Moonrise Towers has acquired a high-value asset.
Ooh. Oh, you know, actually, that was the guy from the Flaming Fist, right? I think. All right, let's take this armor. Let's take that. Not the squirrels. That might be our cue to go take a long rest here. All right, people. Time to long rest. Oh, this is a nice little campsite. And we got some new dialogue options. Karlach wants to talk. This is also Scratch that I mentioned in the beginning. How's it going, Scratch? What a bestest boy.
Spot a name on the dog's collar.
Oh, yeah, we know him. We know that. Everyone approves of me scratching Scratch. Will wants to chat. We haven't talked to Will in a while. Let's talk.
Hells! Older Ravengard's been taken. Shit! You need to understand, Duke Ravengard is my father.
Oh, the plot thickens. Also, I just can't stand to look at Will's face. He has been turned so ugly. I'm sorry. I understand that not everyone likes to play with Will, like keep him in his party. Like I've heard that Will is kind of one of the more uninteresting characters, clearly, but I gotta say, I think it's because of his face. I don't like the leathery, pulled back look he's got going on. It's very unsettling. All the more pressing reason to rescue him from Moonrise Towers. And why didn't you tell me this before? Really now, I would have guessed you're from noble stock. Even more secrets? Figures. All the more pressing reason to rescue him from Moonrise Towers.
More than pressing. Vital. I was close to my father once, until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldurs Gate. But my heart still aches to think he's been taken by these cultists. That name, Gortash. I know of him. A so-called military advisor to the Baldurs Gate elite. A weapons dealer, in cruder terms. We must rescue Father from Moonrise. He is a powerful man, the most beloved duke in Baldurs Gate. Should the absolute cultists infect him, there's no telling the damage he might do when he's returned to the city.
What if he's already, turned, I don't know if I really want to talk to him all that much. If I am to trust you, you need to be honest with me about everything.
I know, and you're right. My story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard, the memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
All right, that's fair. Leave. Cool. Thank you, Will. Karlak, baby.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good.
I forgot she has a timer on her heart here.
My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest.
Karlak, no.
I need to find a mechanic. A good one. Well, this thing's going boom.
What'll happen if you're tough? The thing in your chest won't overpower you. Do you think you're a danger to the rest of it? You're tough.
Tell that to the inferno where my heart was, soldier. Actually, don't. I don't want to piss it off.
Okay, thanks, Karlak. All right, what about our lovely friend here? Not new to our party, but is new to our party. What's going on, Lae'zel?
The crush must be nested in that temple. Our cure is close.
About the dragon rider we met, ask Lae'zel about the disc from the Underdark. Thank you. Thank you.
Lae'zel sees it too and considers the vision.
Tirsu markings. Ancient. I recognize them, but I can't make sense. No. Wait. The texts are enciphered, but I've solved the pattern. It's a story. About Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
Thank God. Because, okay, if we really did lose Lae'zel, it wasn't just the story that would have fallen short. It was going to be everything. I picked up Githyanki discs, and I don't know if I would have been able to decipher them without Lae'zel. So, thank God that my revival worked, even though she wasn't in our party. Okay. Tirsu, you said. What does that mean? Who's Orpheus? Go on already. What's it say? You look uneasy. Are you all right? Who's Orpheus?
A traitor. A dead one. This text is heresy. I can hardly bear to read it, let alone speak it.
You'll bear it just fine. Tell me what it says. I understand. Keep it to yourself. You'll bear it.
Very well. I will read it to you.
She would look very happy saying that.
So it was that we were free from Geich shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the empire against the Mother's wishes. But Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The war of the
How long was this
Comet
set
had begun.
in place for? It sounds like it's from the very long past. Like it's a story from the past.
This drivel. Gith declared Vlaakith queen of the Empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich.
But why was the thing in the what was it called? The Sacred Tower? No, the Arcane Tower. And if it's true, it sounds like Vlaakith betrayed Gith and sieged the throne. The story reeks of propaganda, an attempt to foment discontent. Why are you so worked up? It's only a story. This sounds like propaganda, an attempt to foment discontent.
And so it is. A fabrication. A clever one, too, to masquerade as an ancient history. How many such stories could there be? And how many minds have been warped by them?
Oh, I didn't know I was agreeing with her. I thought that her story sounded more like propaganda. Like the queen is over here like, hey, this stuff is real. Like it sounds like the queen made propaganda, not the other guy. Okay, that's all we can really talk to her about. But I'm so glad I had her to talk about the, I was like, what are these weird triangles? Diamonds? Yeah, diamonds around us. But I'm glad that we finally got her in our party so that I could finally figure out what that even meant. Oh my god, he came back!
The cub pecks at a crimson splash on his leg.
You poor thing, you. Wave your arms and scare it away. Animal handling. Whisper to the calm creature. To calm the creature. Don't fail me now. Come on. Of course it failed me now. This game's gonna have me use all of my inspiration by the end of this episode. All right, come on. Animal handling. That'll do it. That'll do.
The cub looks at you with glistening eyes. With a sad hoot, he holds out his paw, revealing a wound.
I wish I wasn't so low to the ground. It's times like these where I'm like, okay, really? Noodles, a halfling? Why did you do that? Okay, nature, inspect the wound, medicine, attempt to heal, survival, try to clean. Okay, let's see what'll do it for me here. I wanna heal it, but I need to inspect it, right? I need to figure out if it's... Oh, I really don't want to do wrong here. I'm gonna attempt to heal. Come on. Okay, that'll do.
As the wound closes, the cub begins testing his weight on the leg.
The little beast's quite charming once you get accustomed to
Shadowheart, I need you to politely F off. Cub tamer! He's in our cub! He's in our camp. Why? And I gained my inspiration back, you guys. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Let's talk to the bear cub, or owl bear cub. Pet him! You guys, we have so many people in our camp. This really feels like our own little melting pot. It's so cute. I really thought that if I had failed one of those checks that the owlbear cub would just go away. But oh my gosh, we now have Scratch, we have Owlbear, and we have no, that's it. For whatever reason, I thought we had 3 animal companions. I don't know why. Okay, now we actually sleep. There we go. Shadowheart scared the owlbear cub the first time. I will not have her wreck it up the second time, okay? You're this close, Shadowheart, from just getting stashed. Okay. Well, I think that's a good start, at least into the mountain pass, okay? The fight took me 2 times to do. And then we've also had an unexpected visitor. So that took up obviously a lot of our time. And I played around with pickpocketing this lady that's down here. A lot. I really took her for everything she had, except for the clothes on her back, which I thought would have been really, really funny if I could do that too. Okay, thank you so much for watching another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. This was so fun. I always get really giddy when things go my way. Clearly, I have a visceral opposite reaction when things don't go my way. So I was so happy that we actually were able to revive Lae'zel because it just felt like everything righted itself. If we walked forward and totally left her behind, I would have been really disappointed because I think that my overall story outcome would have been entirely different. And that's what I personally think. I don't know by experience. I've never beaten the game before or played the game before or watched playthroughs of the game before. This is my own first run of Baldur's Gate 3. I had no idea how to play this. It's also made for PC interaction. I think the developers did a really, really good job with converting it into a console-based game. The item wheel is really good. The action wheel is really, really thorough. It's just hard for me to understand that this game has so many different functions. And then when you add the time element into these functions, if you start something, you have to see it through. And save files really determine where you end up. If you didn't save before a vital cutscene, then you go to the long rest and then you come back and you're like, oh, I didn't know that that was going to just totally rid me of my opportunity to like Lae'zel. I can't believe the whole Lae'zel stuff has happened from episode 1 and I finally got to fix it. I feel so good about it. It all ended well. Even though mistakes were made, it ended up being just fine. So anyways, if you guys are having a good time with the series like I am, don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. Leave me a comment what you think about the Lae'zel tragedy and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Mwah.